Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now if you like beauty related content, a lot of testing videos, tutorials, then this is probably the channel for you, especially affordable makeup. That's what I absolutely love using. And so that takes me on to this little palette here. So this palette is the Wildlife palette. It's the number 2 by Barry M. There's 4 shadows in this range, 4 palettes in this range at the moment, and it's only £7.99. So I do give you a bit more overview in the video, but if you want to see how I got this look, which I am so happy with, then stay tuned. So this is the palette that I've chosen to play around with. It is the Wildlife palette by Barry M. It's number 2 because they've got 4 of these palettes out. After they did 1 and 2, they then came out with like 2 other animals. There was a rhino and some like really lovely, I don't know what it was. There's a nice little mirror in there and it's got 9 shades. And then they have, what, 6 mattes and 3 shimmer. A bronzy tone, a reddy tone and a white toned shimmery shade. I've chosen this palette because out of all 4 of them, this had the most mattes in. So some of them had like 2 mattes, 1 matte. So I thought, let me choose this one. This is one of the older ones. And let's check the price. So these are £7.99, which is a good price I think for 9 eyeshadows, and at least 20% of the profits go to David Shepherd Wildlife, so they're actually for a good cause. So I'm just going to put, I'm so excited because for the first time ever I am trying the P. Louise base, and I actually bought one of the brushes which is 7071 devoted to my base, which is a nice flat brush. So I thought this would be the perfect time to try it out, and this is in the shade Rumor 01. I've got 0 as well, so I wasn't too sure which one I'd want, but let's try this one. I actually don't know how much you need, so I'm hoping. It's definitely different. So I thought it was gonna be, you know, like concealer, but it's a bit more sticky. I don't know if I've put too much on. I'm just gonna pat it in now. So with this, a little goes a long way. I put too much on this eye, I had to use my beauty blender to dot it down. This one I only needed a tiny amount and it looks so much better. Well, it does dry down as well. Now that the base is on, I'm actually really happy that I've got this base. I want to start going in this palette, and I want to take this shade here called Savannah, which is like a nice transition tone, brownish shade. I'm not really sure what I'm going for, I'm just kind of testing the palette out. I don't know if that's the base or if it's the eyeshadow, because wow, that looks amazing. That is really pigmented. I really don't know, like, if it's the base, is it the... I'm so, wow, so impressed. Then I want to take this white shade here called Pear and just blend out the edges. I'm just so impressed. I'm hoping it's a mixture of the palette and the base, but if the base does this to eyeshadows, why did I not buy them before? I've got my Nancy crease brush. I love this palette. I absolutely love this palette. I don't know if you've seen my Anna Lingus palette review yet, but this is just as good. I think Barry M have really stepped up their eyeshadow game. Let's take this shade here called Ferocious. I'm sorry I'm converted. I am a P. Louise, Barry M. Well, I've always loved Barry M. Lover. Then let's take this shade here called Pounce. It's a very like wine burgundy shade. I'm just going to try as many of these shades as possible. But right now, let's just say I'm very, very, very impressed. It is really not taking much to blend these in. I'm just going to go back in with that Savannah shade, which is the first shade we used, and just like blend out some of the edges, because I feel like I've lost, oh, that shade. I feel like I've lost some of that at the top there, but I only need a little bit. What to go in with next? I'm loving this. Should we try a bit of the black? Prowl. Let's do that. More of like a chocolate brown virgin on the black side. Wow. I'm only patting this because I don't need much of it. Let's put this shade here called Snarl on the outer like third of my eye. Then I want to bring it in here with Kingdom, and then I'm going to use Feline as an inner corner highlight. Feel like then I've used every shade in this palette, and because it's neutral, under my lash line I'm going to use this shade Jungle as a pop of colour. And then I've actually used every single shade in this palette, and that shows you. I feel like this is going to be like my next go-to palette. I'm going to try it dry first on my Jessup 237, and let's see how that works. Okay, it's picked up a lot of pigment. Alright, it's good, but it's not popping, so I'm going to spray the brush. Okay, that is much, much better. It's popping now. And like I said, I'm going to use Kingdom next, and I've wet the other side of my brush. Oh, wow. I love it. Absolutely love it. So now we're just going to go back in with Prowl and just blend out the edges. Then I'm going to do my eyeliner and come back to you after I've done a bit of my base. Okay, so that was fun. My dog had pooed on the floor and I just had to clean that up, so that was very fun. Now there is some drilling going on outside, I'm really sorry about that. But the base is done, I'm happy, I'm sweating, I'm hot, and I want to use this Bronze Deco Bake Highlighter by Barry M, because in my last Barry M video, I thought I used that highlighting palette that I had for years, forgetting that they came out with these. So stupid old me hasn't even used this in a little while. So it's a very glittery highlighter, but you know I love highlighters. Now this is the type of highlighter I like, a nice gold highlight. Like I said, under the lash line I'm going to use this green shade called Jungle, because why not? I've used like every single shade in this palette, and I'm going to use the Jessup Luxe pencil in 230. Wow. That just like brightens up my eyes. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's do some lips, and for lips I have some more Barry M. I have, if I can find it, lip liner in Go To, and that just looks like that. Nice reddish brown shade, and then 169 in their satin lipsticks, which used to be one of my favourites. So I'm going to do that combo, do my mascara, come back for some swatches, because I am so happy with this palette, and give you my final thoughts. I can't stop smiling. This is, I love this palette. 9 shadows, and I've used every single shadow. Off camera I did put the highlight in the corner, just because I completely forgot to do that before on camera. This is what the lipstick looks like without, well, with the lip liner and everything. It was a proper match, like the lip liner and the lipstick were exactly the same colour. Should we just swatch all these shadows? There's only 9, so yeah, let's do that live. So we're going to take these first 3 colours. I'm going to swatch them. Wow. Well, that one's a white, so yeah, what do you expect? Now, I don't know why I'm swatching, because we know they worked perfectly fine, but I feel like I want to swatch them all. Got the next 3 colours. They're all just so vibrant. And then the last row. And that is all the shades. My overall view of this palette is, for £7.99, it is worth your money. I would say go out and buy it, especially this one, because there's so many mattes in there compared to shimmers, and the other ones have so many like shimmers compared to mattes. Sorry, there's like hair in my eye, which makes it that little bit harder to work with, whereas this, you can use every single shade in there. You can use 2 shades, you can use 1, but I love that there's 1 pop of colour, because you can just put that on your lash line, or you could go all over your lid with it. Like, you've got so many options with this palette. For a £9 palette from Superdrugs, Barry M, I absolutely love it. I would highly, highly, 100% recommend this palette. I love the packaging. I love the fact that it's got a mirror. It is going to get dirty really quickly because mine is getting grubby really quickly around the edges. There's 9 names and the names are all cute. You've got Pounce, Purr, Kingdom, Ferocious, Jungle. They're so cute names, and it's a cute palette and it's a good cause, and I would say go and get this palette. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.